Welcome, dear viewer. If this is your first time to this series, let me explain what happens here. I try my best to convince you to watch a movie that I loved. There's no affiliate links. These are honestly movies that I loved and I'm sure you'd like as well. This is not a review of the movie, and thus I try to keep it as spoiler free as possible, but just giving you enough tidbits to get interested. Normally, I would start at the beginning of the movie, but for today, well, I'll start from 9 minutes into the movie itself. Starting with a shot of a bar, with some guys watching TV. We find our bartender, we did get introduced to him earlier in the movie, looking at his watch, almost like he's waiting for something or someone. Then we see a guy walking into the bar, sitting down and ordering a drink. As the stranger and the bartenders get into the traditional bar banter, we find out that he's an author and writes under the pseudonym The Unmarried Mother in confession magazines, showing the inner works of female psyche. As we all know, bartenders have heard every story imaginable, and thus they get to enter wager for a bottle of liquor if his story is enough to shock or surprise the bartender. And the guy starts with, "When I was a little girl." Damn, I was instantly hooked. No, I'm not pandering to any group. This is a sci-fi movie, through and through. If you have survived my video for this long, I implore you to give it a couple of more minutes, trust me. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was telling you the reason what hooked me. Now let's start at the beginning. As I've already mentioned, it's a science fiction movie. This is Predestination. The film begins with an agent attempting to apprehend the infamous terrorist known as the Fizzle Bomber, who planted a bomb in a building attempting to kill hundreds of people. The agent succeeds in containing the bomb but is severely injured. The Fizzle Bomber manages to escape and the agent returns to his timeline in the future. Yes, it's a movie with time travel. So in the future, they have these agents in a secret branch of government called Temporal Agency, and they use time travel to, in a sense, prevent major crimes that would cost the lives of thousands of people. Our story revolves around the Fizzle Bomber, the only criminal to elude Temporal Agency so far, who is also responsible for killing 11,000 people in New York in 1975. Back to the bar. We get to find out the name of unmarried mother, John. He talks about his birth, his childhood, and growing up. Born female, John grew up as Jane, in an orphanage. She excelled in her studies but had difficulty fitting in. Jane decided any children she had would be raised in a proper family, and thus avoided relationships. As an adult, she applied for a program called Space Corps, but she was later disqualified because of a medical condition which had never before been revealed to her. This is one of those films that is so filled with twists and turns and unexpected developments that even the most oblique plot discussions threaten to wander into dreaded spoiler territory. I'm trying to keep the details to a minimum, but trust me, the less you know going in, the better. This movie honestly needs more than one viewing. It's like rewatching Sixth Sense or Usual Suspect, where you notice normal things that you have missed previous times. This movie has that in abundance. We talked about unmarried mother's name, John and Jane. There are a bunch of other hints thrown out within the movie, from dialogue to music being played in the background. From a stylistic standpoint, it also impresses in a way that it evokes the look and feel of the various eras that it touches on via clever costume, production design, and cinematography. With a scene where a doctor calms himself by smoking while sitting next to the patient in recovery. Good old days. As the heart of the story, however, Sarah Snook delivers a knockout performance. She pulled off her performance brilliantly throughout. There is not one moment in which she is anything less than utterly convincing and believable. I became a fan after watching this performance. The film is based on the 1959 short story All You Zombies by Robert A. Heinlein. At one point in the internal monologue, the narrator quotes the story title, which is cool. I wish I could tell you more, but okay, imagine a review of Usual Suspect. Would you really want the review to tell you what happens at the end? And who Kaiser Soze is? Exactly. Well, that's all for this video. As the title goes, this is a movie I love feverishly. So go and watch it. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Have a safe day. As you might have noticed that this is quite a new channel. And during this genesis, comments and subscribe counts a lot more than usual. So if you have enjoyed this content, please drop a comment and like the video. And maybe subscribe as well. Also check out some of my other videos. Thank you.